Got the baddest bitch in the city, so don't fuck around. Know them hoes is out to get me, they don't hold me down. Know me now, act like you don't know me now. Let my bitch off the purse, she get 100 rounds. 100 rounds, hold me down.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we are getting a little no, we're not getting a little bit, we're getting very personal in this video. So it can be very triggering, so I do want to give a trigger warning. But we got some things to talk about. Y'all see the title. I'm doing my hair. Got something to talk about while, you know, and it just so happened to be very convenient and something I really want to get off my chest while I still give bad bitch. So if you want to know how I got this quick look, actually I curled this hair so quick, like it was so quick. I honestly didn't want nothing neat. I just wanted something with a lot of layers. So if you want to know how I got this look, then keep watching. Also, before we get straight into the video, I do want to I do have to skip through, I do want to speed up the installing process. So I'm gonna just show y'all how I installed the hair. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to take too long. I do want to get straight into the video, but I'm letting y'all know we're going to install this wig first, and then when it's time to style it, we got some talking to do. Alright y'all, so Donmily here sent me a 13x4 22-inch straight frontal wig, and I'm gonna say this wig is it's pretty good. It was really easy to work with. It was easy to bleach and pluck, which I'm so happy about, because I hate wigs that have those thick knots where it's like impossible to, you know, make it look as natural as possible. We don't want to deal with that, okay? So as always, if I'm not using an Erica J glue, then I'm using an Eben lace liquid adhesive, whatever you want to call it. And when I tell y'all this stuff works, like this is a goated product. Like, take this from me. I rave about it in all my videos. I'm gonna rave about it again, and I'm gonna keep doing it. No, I'm not sponsored. I just want to put y'all onto the good stuff. So I'm just using that to apply this wig, and being that the lace is such great quality, it's easy to melt and blend with the actual spray, because, you know, certain products don't really mix well, so it can make it look a little funny. It can make it look unnatural thick. It could come out white. You know, some adhesives, they be turning white, or even some sprays turn white, which y'all gonna see in a second too how I stay away from that. Now y'all see I'm cutting my lace right now, and you see the little white line from where I was cutting and everything like that. Boom, we about to take care of that right now. So in a second, y'all gonna see me spray the adhesive spray onto a comb, and I'm just gonna lightly press it in the lace so that line literally disappears. Why don't I just spray it immediately on the lace? Because I don't want the hair to get stiff. It's gonna become a problem when it's time to do baby hairs. It's gonna be like a very big problem. Now sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, I do skip the step where I clean my hairline, because sometimes I don't feel like it's necessary. But if I feel like there's too much product on my skin, I'm going to wipe that down. I don't like that. So look at how it looks with that adhesive spray. Like, y'all can't tell me that don't look super natural. All right, y'all, so now that we got that out the way, all the noise, all the extras, we got all that stuff out the way, let's talk, right? So I speak about this topic a lot on my vlog channel, because, you know, we get really personal over there. So I just felt like this would be a perfect topic to give us like a whole video to, you know? So with that being said, let's talk, right? So I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all watching suffer with anxiety. Some, of course, a lot worse than others. Some, it's like very subtle, but it's still a form of anxiety. It's so many things. Like, anxiety is something that I feel like everybody experiences at least once in their life, and some get, you know, diagnosed and need some form of medication to help cope with it. Some people, they just get out of it, I guess. I don't even know if necessarily you're born with it, so I do have to do, you know, a little bit more education on this topic. But I do know that I suffer with anxiety like really bad. I've been suffering with this since I was a kid, and I think some of it has to be due to the fact that I put myself, when I was younger, in a lot of situations that just caused me to be so like nervous and afraid and overthink and, you know, bugging. And then in certain situations, I just feel like I just been put into a lot of situations that, you know, gave me bad anxiety, and it's like as a kid, you never really know how to pinpoint if this is that or if that is that. Like being depressed, you don't know if you're a kid, like let's say less than the age of 10 years old, you don't know if you're depressed. Like, you know, you might just think you're sad or you're just sad for a long period of time, but you don't really know, you know. Anyways, because y'all know I could get off topic. I should have really took my baby hairs out first, but I guess I'll take them out last. It doesn't really matter. Now, I don't want this video to be like a sad video. That's exactly what I do not want. I don't want this to be any form of a sad video. I just want to let you guys know how I deal with it, and maybe it could help y'all. Maybe y'all can give me some tips, because you know, as of lately, I feel like I've been having really bad anxiety attacks about so many things, like, and I feel like there's a lot of past trauma that I've never gotten over that plays a part in, you know, my daily life. Like sometimes I could just like let it go and it is what it is, and then some days it hits me and I'm replaying everything and I'm like, maybe this is the cause of that, and maybe this is why, you know, those type of situations. And I don't really, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not the type where I like to really speak about my problems, because yes, I'm struggling. I'm not the type to really like speak about my problems, because I just feel like I'm at that point in my life where I just don't need anyone to try to make me feel better about, you know, anything. And I always feel like, you know, I'm gonna get through it. Like, I don't need no help. I don't want to feel like a victim. I don't want to feel crazy. I don't want to feel, you know, whatever the case may be. This is gonna come out so boxy, oh my god. I don't want to seem crazy or whatever the case may be, but you know, sometimes it's cool to talk to people. But if you're anything like me, you want to find a way to get through it without having to really involve anyone, if that makes sense, you know. Did I just hold on, y'all? I'm trying to figure out what I just did, because I didn't want the curls to be too crazy anyway. Plus I'm gonna go back in, boom boom. Anyways, back on topic. So I'm the type of person, I don't want any help. I don't want help from nobody. I don't want nobody to know how I'm feeling. I don't want anybody's input on anything. I'm good. Like I'm gonna be good. Everything's gonna be fine, you know. So this I cannot believe I'm talking about this right now, because some of y'all might think I'm crazy by the end of this video. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Some of y'all might really be like, girl, you a little crazy. But I just feel like everybody goes through different things, and you never know what may work for you. So first things first, one of the things that I like to do when I'm overwhelmed or I'm having like a real bad anxiety attack, I'm crying, I'm just like to the point where I'm asking myself like, all right, so what's wrong? And I don't even know like what to tell myself. Oh, I'm gonna burn myself. I don't even know what to tell myself. Like, you know how you gotta be honest with yourself sometimes and be like, what is wrong? Like, what's the problem? Like, where did this come from? Like, you just woke up. Like, what could possibly have happened already? And you just literally tell yourself, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Yet there's like 1,000,001 things on your mind, so it's like you don't know what to choose, you know? So when I have those type of anxiety attacks, like fresh in the morning, I like to, I'm gonna be totally transparent with y'all. I like to smoke, and it helps. First of all, let's make this very, very clear. I'm not a day smoker. I don't smoke during the day. I only smoke once at nighttime, and it's to help me go to sleep. And I probably just wanna like release, just get high. Like, it's not wrong to get high, but I just don't, I try to stay away from day smoking as much as I can. And if I do day smoke, that's because I don't have anything else to do for the day, so I feel like I can afford to be tired and all that. But other than that, I'm not smoking during the day because I don't got time to be drowsy. Now, of course, we're not talking about weed though. Okay, I had to kind of like run that back real quick because we are not talking about weed. But I smoke so I can fall asleep and kind of restart my day. And smoking just helps. First of all, it relaxes me. Like that, when I tell you, it's been one of the biggest helps. I'm not promoting it or anything like that. I'm just telling y'all what works for me. It helped me get through a lot of shit, bro. Like, especially, I want to say like 2 years ago when I was really feeling it and really going through it really bad. smoking has helped me get through so much. So I don't want, there's so many people who are against it, people that just don't smoke, people that smoke for whatever reason they smoke, that's fine, but it's been a big help for me. Anyways, it helps me force myself to go to sleep even if I'm not tired, because most likely I'm not tired, I'm just, my mind is on a million. So it just helps me fall asleep. And then once I wake up, I kind of got a new attitude. Like, I went to sleep for a day and came back to life. Just like when I was stressed and going through things at nighttime, I would smoke, wake up a new day, and feel a lot better. That's just something that helped me cope, you know? And I say that because I hope these curls come out cute, because I don't know what I'm doing. So with that being said, I'm like getting, I don't know if I'm getting nervous. I get so nervous talking about certain things, like my heart starts racing. I get nervous. I know I don't get like nervous in front of the camera, but I'm a little nervous. Okay, so I had to like woosah real quick because, okay, so yeah, that's one of the main things that really helped me. The next thing is praying. And I don't want nobody to feel like, I don't want nobody to make it seem like they're too cool to be praying, because if you feel like you too cool to pray, then you know nobody that need to be around me. I don't need you around me. I don't need that type of negativity. I don't like none of that, you know. Don't get me wrong, I don't go to church. I've been to church probably as many times as I could count on my one hand. Like, you know, I'm not that, as far as, first of all, you don't have to be in a house or in a church to praise God. You don't have to. That I did learn. You don't have to, that don't got nothing to do with nothing. However, I just feel like praying is kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Praying is kind of like it's not only a relief, but it makes me feel like, especially when you set it up as in like a meditation type of thing, or you light a candle and you really like release, you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you know, you block yourself out from all distractions, all type of people, cell phone, everything, and you just really be vulnerable to God and just really talk to him like, I need you, like, you know. You don't even have to just talk to God just because you need him. Like, of course you should thank God just for anything on a daily. Now granted, I don't do that all the time, because sometimes I'm like beating myself up over something, so I don't really praise God as much as I should, but I'm always grateful, you know. And praying, I'll tell y'all this, right? My history with praying, I used to do this thing. Okay, so I got this method from Ari, right? So she, on YouTube channel, one of her first videos, she said that she takes a piece of paper, right? She writes down her prayers and whatnot, and she folds it up and she puts it under a candle. She folds it up, she tapes it to a candle, and kind of let it do its own thing. And when I tell you, when I tried that, I felt so, it was so weird. Like, you know when a certain feeling is released from your body, like when you just like, I can't even explain it. Like, it gives me chills, like, kind of think about it. But you know when a weight is like really lifted off of your shoulders, like that's how I felt instantly. And there was nobody around me, nobody, nothing, and I really needed it, because I was going through it really bad around that time, and it helped me. So I do suggest, of course, praying, but try that method where you take your thoughts and your prayers, write them down, tape them to the back of underneath the candle, to the back of the candle, whatever you know, prefer, and let that candle burn. Like, just let it burn. And once the candle's finished burning, or once you blow it out, whatever the case may be, and you get, you know, in my case, I would just burn it, put the candle out after a while, and then go to sleep and wait for a new day. I would feel some form of relief. So I do feel like that has worked for me to a certain extent, you know. And I'm like getting, I don't know, I don't want to keep saying I'm getting nervous, but for some reason my heart keeps beating like mad fast, and I'm like running out of breath. With all this being said, I just feel like, well, what's another thing that helps me deal with my anxiety? Sometimes you just gotta find a root to the problem. So sometimes I would talk to my mom and be like, Mom, what's wrong with me? Or did you ever go through this? Or Mom, feeling like this, you know, what would you do, what should I do? Or you can talk to a therapist. Me personally, okay, I'm kind of open to it now again, but there has been a point in my life where I had to see a therapist, and I did not like it. I was forced to do it, of course, but I did not like it. I just felt like, first of all, I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing, to be completely honest. Like, it was like a really bad toxic situation. This is when I was like a little girl, and I had to talk to the lady, and I didn't even know what I wanted to do, because, you know, I don't want to get too much into all that. I don't want to talk about that, but I was one of those people, like, therapy don't help. Like, I'm not these people, you know, it's just annoying. I don't want to have to answer questions. And then as I got older, it's just kind of like, when you decide to be vulnerable and vent to someone, you don't want them to be getting paid to listen, you know? So I was also one of those people, like, fuck out of here. They only care because, you know, this is their job. So of course they're gonna listen, like, you know? But I don't think you should completely shut that out. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think you should completely shut that out. I'm thinking about seeing a therapist. I'm really strongly considering it. However, I'm still, of course, have my doubts. I don't really know what exactly it is I want to do yet. But I do feel like that might help me of some sort, because I've tried to talk about my problems or certain things that really triggered me or caused me to be how I am today, like with my parents. And now that I think about it, I never tried to talk to my grandparents about it. Maybe I should, because my grandparents, y'all know, if you're not new to my channel, you know, my grandmother, like my grandfathers, they just be in their own world. Like, they just be doing their own thing. They're not the people to talk to. It's the grandmothers. If y'all go watch my surgery vlog, when I did the skinny BBL vlog, and I had my grandmas do a prayer for me right before I went into surgery, and that was everybody's favorite part of the vlog. Like, they was like, wow, like, your grandmother's really, their prayer like really did something for me. And I think the main reason why that vlog was so popular, besides the fact that I really gave y'all the full depth of why of what happens when you get a skinny BBL, was the prayer. Everybody loved to pray for my grandmothers, so maybe I should talk to my grandmothers, because I love my grandmothers. One of my grandmothers, I feel like, well, first of all, both of my grandmothers gonna give it to me raw regardless. They don't sugarcoat shit. My grandmothers, they be on time. However, I do feel like, being that I never spoke to them about these things, that they will be more open to talking to me about it, So actually, I think I'm gonna do that. But I have to do it on my terms when I'm ready to talk about it, because this is not, you know, these things that, you know, I've been through. I don't just want to just talk about it every day. I don't want to talk about it at all. It's just I can't help but to think about it sometimes, and the thought overwhelms me, and then I don't know, you know, what to do. And also, my grandmothers have this thing where they just say just the right thing all the time. Like, they would say the right thing. Like, on, what day was that? On Christmas. I wasn't with my family on Christmas, and I was really sad, but I didn't want to show nobody I'm sad, because it's just like, you know, I'm the one who decided to not go home for the holidays back to New York, and I wanted them to show them, like, I'm strong. Like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. You know, I'm strong. You know, I'm independent, all that stuff. And it just hit me when it did. It was just like, damn, I'm sad. Like, once it really said, and everybody was with their families and stuff like that. And I'm like, damn, I miss my family and stuff like that. But I didn't want them to worry about me, because I don't never want nobody to worry about me, to be completely honest. Like, I always try to play this overly strong role, like overly, I forgot the damn word that I'm looking for, but I just try to seem like I'm invincible, like I'm a damn superhero or something. And it's just like, we all got damn feelings. We all human beings. Like, we all feel, but you know, also, I just try not to, let me get quiet real quick, because I don't want to get burnt. Hold on, y'all. I don't like being vulnerable, and I like closed off. I close myself off to, like, feeling too much or emotions, because I'm the type of person where sometimes I can be a very, very emotionally unstable and impulsive, and that's not a good trait to have. That's actually, it can be a very dangerous thing, actually. So, you know, I try to manage my feelings more and try to stay away from, you know, feeling too much until I get it under control, if that makes any sense. With that being said, I will try to talk to the grandmothers. That was the point of that, right? Other than that, sometimes I would try to write it down. Now, I haven't tried that method in so long because I just feel like I'm not, like, not to say it like that, but it's just like, I just don't be in the mood to do that nowadays, but it has helped me before, especially when you can write it down. Nobody could be in your business. You just being vulnerable to yourself, and you could just erase it. And like it never happened. It's like talking to someone and then they disappear, and then it's just like you ain't talk to nobody, but you got the feeling of relief. Like you just let it all out to, you know? And I don't know. Like I've talked to my parents about certain feelings that I've had, or my anxiety, or trying to just get a better understanding, but my parents are literally two different people. Literally, like my mom is like, oh my baby, and my dad is like, stand up, stand strong, like don't feel, don't cry, you know. And he's very, don't get me wrong, my dad's really loving, like he's very loving, but he's not really sensitive at all. So that doesn't help. And my dad is like, of course I'm 24, so it's just like, I don't want to say no one is like my primary parent, because now I'm literally my own guardian. But my dad was my primary parent. So if me and my mother are both the exact amount of emotional, like it's so scary. Like, do any of y'all have this problem? Like, you and one of your parents are so in touch in so many different ways. It's like scary, and it's not like, oh, I'm taking up after my mom's habits or my father's habits, you know, whatever the case may be. It's a situation when it's like, nah, this is really me. I guess it's genetic. Like, you know, one of those things. I don't know, but yeah, my dad, he's not really the most sensitive person in the world. So sometimes I just tuck my feelings because, you know, I feel like nobody understands me. And me and my mom, she's actually coming over. When is she? I don't know what time y'all gonna see this video, but y'all gonna see all the videos. So whether I post it soon or I eventually post it, the videos are gonna be somewhere. She's coming, and I want us to do a video about, you know, how we came back together. And, you know, because there was a point in time where I didn't speak to my mom for like 2 years. I can't believe I'm talking to y'all about this. Oh my God. I didn't speak to my mom. I didn't see her for like 2 years. And, you know, I was a kid, so I didn't feel the full effect of not being around your mom, because I'm worried about going outside. I'm worried about snacks. I'm worried about kid shit, you know? I didn't really get to feel that, oh, my mom is not around type of feeling, because I didn't really realize it until I realized it. I was like, oh shit, like this isn't normal. Like, I didn't see my mom in so long. I'm just happy to see her. But, you know, and my parents are not the type of parents, like when you live in a single parent household and both of your parents are in your life, it's like a situation where they're just, they try not to talk bad upon each other, because they don't want to not only put you in the business, but they just don't want to badmouth each other. Sometimes, of course, they say they little 1-2s or whatever, but for the most part, they just try to keep you, you know, out the business. And of course, when you get older, you get a whole different story about what happened. When I tell y'all, I got so many different stories and perspectives about my mom and my father's situation. And I just feel like now that I'm older, I wasn't even that old. Like, once they started really telling me what was going on and like what it was really giving, I had my own judgment, because I'm like, look, I experienced living with you, I experienced living with you. you know, I kind of know what both of y'all exaggerated on and what's the truth, what's not the truth, etc. Like, I have my own judgment because I've always been the type to where, and now that I think about it, that's really the reason why nobody can make me feel something about someone by straight off of what they say. Like, I would never, you could tell me something about somebody and I want to see it for myself, because I don't know what hidden agenda you could possibly have to try to turn me against this person. There's been multiple times where people felt like they had my back and had my best interest at heart and was dead ass like lying, or I was better off with the person that they're telling me not to hang out with, and they're the real enemy as far as the person who told me not to be with them. Like, I really have these real experiences. It's crazy. But that's neither here or there. But yeah, y'all, it's a lot of different ways that I try to cope. I'm trying to think about, okay, boom. So I know some of y'all is really gonna feel me on this one. So another way I cope is, oh my God, yes, this is such a good point. I love when I remember stuff. So another way I cope is by listening to music from a certain point in my life that just gives me memories of my innocence. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And by that I mean, take me back to a time, play me a song, give me a playlist of songs that automatically take me back in time of when everything was so simple, like more simpler times, you know? And that shit really works for me. Like, there's a few songs, I don't want to say it because I don't want people, like, that's something that's like really like special to me. I'm not holding back information, y'all all got those songs. Don't play around, don't fuck around. Okay, but y'all all got those songs that just take y'all back to a time like, damn, like, I remember when, like, y'all know how the year 2016 was like that year. Everybody always say, oh, take me back to 2016, because everybody was so happy and oozy. And what else? 2016, that's kind of when I first was getting closer to my main friends now. What else was 2016? There was so much happy things, so many friends. Obviously all the friends ain't friends, they didn't make it to the end, but friends, like, I had some it was a good time. It was a good time. So it's stuff like that. I swear I didn't swirl this one over here, but I guess it's gonna stay. I didn't do this little swirl, but it's gonna stay there. So yeah, like 2016 was that year. Like, we all was like super litty. I don't know about, you know, of course 2016 could have been a detrimental year for some of y'all, but I'm speaking about specifically for me and the people that I've seen. Like, they be like, nah, 2016 is that year, period. So with that being said, that's another year that's like, you know, but I catch myself. That's why, and I think it's so cool that I backed up my phone after all these years, because I have access to playlists that I made years ago. And when I listen to the songs, I'm like, I forgot about this damn song. Like, damn, this song makes me happy. It makes me feel calm. It just gives me such a vibe that just instantly calms me down. Another person or song or whatever the case that really calms me down is when I listen to Party Next Door, because not only is he the fucking GOAT, but he just calms me down in ways I will never be able to explain. Like, before I got my surgery done, Party Next Door, because I was scared. I wasn't necessarily scared because, you know, I went under anesthesia before that, but it calmed me down so much between my grandparents' prayer. It's always one baby hit I just don't want to, like, get down. Like, what the fuck? It's always everybody. Party Next Door, he's just that. He's just that. He's just that. Like, he just does it for me. And I was so calm between Party Next Door and my grandmother's prayers. I was good. When it's time for me to get surgery, I laid on that table like, all right, see y'all in a few. Closed my eyes and was done. You know, like, it was that type of vibe. Like, I just love Party Next Door. He always does it for me. And every time I was going through, like, heartbreak, or I'm just, you know, going through something, and I would play him, it would just remind me that there is something in this world that could calm me down. This baby here is doing a lot. that could calm me down, and I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure everybody has that one artist that, you know, helps them get through things in life, and you know, I appreciate that. I really do. Y'all, I can't get this out perfect, but y'all just gonna have to take that. This one done did a whole artwork, and this one is just chilling, so we just gonna have to deal with it. But all in all, you know, anxiety is not fun. It's not a game. It's not something that, you know, should be spoken so openly about like people do now. Like, oh my God, it's giving me so much anxiety. Like, girl, you don't even know the half. And of course, some people have, like I said, people have anxiety worse than others. So like, who are you to tell somebody that, you know? But that shit is really serious, bro. This shit is not fun. It's actually really annoying. And what did I just do? I don't wish this shit on nobody. Period. So hopefully, if you are someone that suffers with any type of anxiety, whether it's just overthinking or whether it's just, you know, social type of anxiety or whatever the case, of course, try to see what you can do to, you know, cope, and things that could help you feel better about it. Ooh, this is cute. Things you could do to like feel better about it and stuff like that, or just find certain things that just works best for you. Like, you know, oh, boom. So the other day, I did this thing, and I'm being so vulnerable with y'all right now. Like, I'm being very vulnerable with y'all. So the other day, I decided to run the bath, and I got in the bath with my clothes on. Now, obviously, I didn't get all the way in the water, but I rolled my pants up, and I just let the water go up to my calves. And I just sat in the darkness, like, while the water was running. And I don't know what it did for me, but it really helped me, like, get in touch with a certain part of me that I really didn't know was there. Now, call me crazy, call me whatever, but it actually really, really helped me. It really did. Like, it really helped me, for real. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that I just thought of that last minute, and it was just kind of like a thing. It wasn't like, oh, let me look it up on Google and see if, like, it wasn't one of those type of situations. But I was happy to know that, you know, that it actually worked for me. And of course, what works for me may not work for you. It is what it is. Yes, layers. You know, you just gotta try things out. We're human beings. We don't got everything figured out. Like, sometimes you gotta just trial and error, you know, and just see what best fits you. And it just might work out. You never know. You never know. All right, y'all. So with that being said, I know y'all don't want to hear me talk all damn day. So I'm gonna wrap this video up as I cut these damn layers. But if you're someone who suffers really bad or suffers in any type of way with anxiety, please try one of these methods out, or try, you know, something that works best for you. And you don't have to let me know. Usually I'd be like, let me know if it worked for you. I don't want to be in your business, but hopefully it works. I'm praying that if you are suffering really bad right now with anything, I'm praying that you find a way to cope and make, you know, your situation better. And of course, I don't want to say time heals all wounds, because it doesn't. That's a lie. But, you know, learn how to deal with things better and just do what's best for you. You got to do things to get along in life. And like I said, we don't have everything figured out, but if something works, that's better than nothing. So with that being said, if you like this video, make sure y'all click that like button right there. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how y'all feeling. Y'all can vent to me. You know, I read the comments. I reply to comments as much as I can. If you don't feel like being public with it, you can DM me. I won't promise that I will see it, but I will try. If I see it, I'm gonna try to answer, you know, do what I can for y'all. Subscribe if y'all want to see more videos from me, and let me know if y'all want to see more videos like this. I don't really want to make it about me, but I don't mind having topics to talk about and just giving y'all like kind of my opinion without personalizing it too much, if y'all know what I mean. But I don't mind doing these sit down talks with y'all about real life things. Everything is not always about, you know, other people or, you know, just shit that don't really matter, bro. To be honest, like, sometimes it just really don't matter. Like, a lot of the shit that we talk about in life and all this extra shit, it really doesn't matter. Like, seriously. Oh my god, I think I messed this part up. Anyways, y'all, I will see y'all in my next video. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and yeah, later. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today we are getting a little no, we're not getting a little bit, we're getting very personal in this video. So it can be very triggering, so I do want to give a trigger warning. But we got some things to talk about. Y'all see the title. I'm doing my hair. That's something to talk about, while, you know, and it just so happened to be very convenient and something I really want to get off my chest while I still give bad bitch. So if you want to know how I got this quick look, actually I curled this hair so quick, like it was so quick. I honestly didn't want nothing neat. I just wanted something with a lot of layers. So if you want to know how I got this look, then keep watching. Also, before we get straight into the video, I do want to do a little I do have to skip through I do want to speed up the installing process. So I'm gonna just show y'all how I installed the hair. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to take too long. I do want to get straight into the video, but I'm letting y'all know we're going to install this wig first, and then when it's time to style it, we got some talking to do.
Got a bitch in the city, so don't fuck around. Know them hoes is out to get me, they don't hold me down. Know me now, act like you don't know me now.